The coronavirus pandemic may force international students to leave the United States. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says student visa holders will have to go home or face deportation if they're switched to online studies. Additionally, new student visas won't be issued. A press release from U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement says the U.S. Department of State will not issue visas to students enrolled in schools and/or programs that are fully online for the fall semester, nor will U.S. Customs and Border Protection permit these students to enter the United States. CNN Justice correspondent Jessica Schneider joins me now from Washington with more on this announcement. Many students across the U.S. and those abroad waiting to get in thrown into turmoil here.
Absolutely, Kim. This really is an announcement that puts universities and, of course, the international students in a very precarious position, because if these universities only offer these online classes and if international students don't have any in-person classes to go to, they will have to leave this country or risk deportation. That was the guidance put down from Immigration and Customs Enforcement just yesterday. And it comes at the same time that many of the universities across the country are announcing their plans for reopening in the fall. Harvard University, for example, saying that students will be allowed back on campus, some students, but they will be offering all of their learning online only. Princeton University also saying that most of its learning will be online as well. So these students, there's really a lot of fear and anxiety and uncertainty as to what exactly happens here. There are more than 1 million international students that come here to this country every year to partake in the studies at universities across the country. They come mostly from China and South Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Canada. Most are wondering what happens here if they come to this country and if initially there are online classes offered, but then maybe the pandemic gets worse and some of these universities switch back to online-only classes. Will they have to go back to their home country? What if they can't go back to their home country? So there's a lot of uncertainty. You know, this, though, is status quo for ICE. ICE, their guidance in general is that international students coming here to this country cannot take online classes only. However, they're not easing up during this pandemic as some people thought they might. So it is very strict guidance here. And you know, Kim, this is really just the latest restriction on legal immigration imposed by the Trump administration. It was just last month that the Trump administration suspended employment-related visas, and now it appears that they are being just as hardline when it comes to student visas, saying that any of these international students, they cannot stay here if these universities do online courses only.